Hey, yo, hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing from the DC Direct Hush line, Catwoman. Take a look at this bad cat right here. Now, a little information about Catwoman. In the modern continuity, Catwoman's real name is Selina Kyle. She kind of has a tangled, messed up origin, because in Batman Year 1, she was considered a prostitute. Who was eventually inspired by Batman to don the persona of Catwoman and become a thief. However, this didn't bowl over well with a lot of fans. They didn't like the fact Selina Kyle was a prostitute. So they changed her origin stories to her being a poor individual growing up in the streets of Gotham, having to steal to make ends meet. Which worked a lot better for the character, because no one really liked her being a prostitute. Some people tried to rectify Year 1 story for Catwoman as her pretending to be a prostitute, scamming men, but whatever. She was never a prostitute, at least not anymore. And she does become Catwoman, and she becomes part of Batman's rogue gallery. But unlike everyone else in Batman's rogue gallery, Catwoman's not evil. She's not crazy, she's not psychotic, she doesn't have a psychological problem. She has moral values. The only problem with Catwoman is she steals. She's a thief. In addition to that, her and Batman actually have genuine feelings for each other. They have an attraction, although in the beginning they don't want to admit it at all. Catwoman kind of plays around with it, but they don't want to admit it. And eventually, due to certain circumstances, whatever you want to believe the circumstances is, whether it's the Tannis mind wipe or whether it's Batman's good influence, whatever it is, Catwoman actually turns to the side of the good guys. She starts working with Batman, kind of. Their relationship starts to get stronger and stronger, to the point that in Batman Hush, he actually reveals his identity to her. Shows that he's Bruce Wayne. He always knew she was Selina Kyle, but she never knew who he was. And in Hush, their relationship really grew strong, although towards the end, it kind of stands still. It doesn't end, it just stands still. It doesn't go anywhere, because both Catwoman and Batman have trust issues in different ways. Batman doesn't allow anyone to come into his heart because he doesn't want to lose anyone like he did his parents or Jason Todd or anyone else for that matter. Catwoman just doesn't flat out trust anyone. I mean, she's made exceptions for Batman, but she really doesn't trust many people. And she wants to trust Batman, she just can't. It's not in her nature. So those two things for them is really what keeps them apart. However, she joins the Outsiders, and they kind of have an open relationship, and it goes back and forth. In Heart of Hush, at the end, Batman does admit his true feelings for her. He admits how much he loves her and how much she has opened his heart, and she's the only woman that has opened his heart and all that jazz. And, you know, they're not together right now, obviously because Batman's trapped in the Omega Sanction, but now we know how much he feels towards her. And in the, whatever happened to the Cape Crusader, whatever story it was where Catwoman gets her own story of Batman, she kind of reveals how much she feels towards him, and they have mutual love for each other. They just haven't really moved on. And I really wish they would get together. It would make me so happy, because she would be like his Lois Lane, and he would be her Clark Kent. They would work so well together. But DC, open your mind. Have Catwoman and Batman get together. Happened before in the Golden Age. Make it happen again in the modern continuity. And stay together. With that said, powers and abilities. Catwoman's a decent hand-to-hand fighter. She only, I believe, knows one style of martial arts, and I think they call it Dragon-style Kung Fu, although I could be wrong. And she's an incredible acrobat. Incredible acrobat. She's able to infiltrate. She knows how to pick locks. She's very good at using her sex appeal to confuse men and all that jazz. So Catwoman's a woman that works with her strengths. She knows what she has, she knows how to use it, and she works with it. Right now, Catwoman is part of Nightwing's network during Battle of the Cowl. But with that said, let's get into the figure itself. This is the Hush version of Catwoman. It's a fairly hard figure to find. This is one of the two Catwoman figures I really wanted to get, although I wanted to get the DC superhero version of Catwoman more. I just can't find it anywhere. It's ridiculously overpriced. However, the Catwoman Hush figure, this one, is very rare and it's hard to find. It goes for a fair amount online. I got mine at my comic store for under $20. That's because my comic store guy very nice to me. He's a good guy. So it's a really nice looking figure of Catwoman. You can put her in some pretty decent poses. She has decent articulation in the upper body. Her legs only go out about that far and bend at the knees. Not that great articulation in the legs. However, it's a DC Direct figure. That's to be expected. The arms can go out about yay far and go down. They can move on the hinge joint here. However, mine does have a quality control issue. The arm falls off. I can put it in there and still use it. It's just enough force it'll fall out. Let me just take out her whip. She does come with one accessory, and that is the whip right here. And it has a plastic end right there, and it has a string-like material I want to use that makes it more like a whip than a plastic whip. And again, her arm, you can make it go out, bend at the elbows. You can't turn at the wrist. The head can move up and around, and her goggles, you can bring them down. Let's see if I can do that. There's her goggles down. Preferably, I like her goggles up more. I don't know why. I think it looks better. When the goggles down, her head looks a little weird. But whatever. So, let's just take another overview. This is one of Catwoman's many outfits she wears. And it's my favorite of the Catwoman outfits. Out of all of them, there's been the Year One outfit, there's been the Nightfall outfit, there's been a ton of outfits. But this is definitely the best, I believe. It looks the best. I like it the most. And I like this figure. I think it's a really good figure. It does have its quality control issues, but on a whole, it's a great adaptation of Catwoman from Batman Hush. I have to say, I do want the DC superhero version of Catwoman more. I cannot find that anywhere. If anyone has one they want to give me or trade with me or something like that, let me know. I'll definitely do it. But this is a good figure. Now, should you pick it up? Yeah, I suggest picking it up if you see it, but I wouldn't pay over $20 for it. I really wouldn't. It's a good figure, but no action figure is really worth more than that. Unless you're a die-hard fan of something. Yeah, but I mean, she's one of the rare figures to find. Her, Nightwing, Jason Todd, who was a Toy Fair exclusive, and Harley Quinn are the hardest figures to find. Harley Quinn more so than anyone. I don't know why, but it's always Harley Quinn that's really hard to find. But yeah, I do recommend picking her up. She comes with the standard Hush stand there. It comes with 2 pegs, and she fits in it pretty well, unlike some Hush figures that will remain nameless. But yes, Catwoman, I do suggest picking it up. The Hush figure is good. I want to get the DC superhero figure. I'll do a comparison of the two, because I think those are going to be the only Catwoman figures I get. Maybe the Nightfall, but I don't know. I like Catwoman as a character. I really want her to get with Batman. I think that you can still have Batman be dark and the tragic hero, but it would be cool to have him with Catwoman. It really would. With that said, I'm going to end the review here. This is Andrew saying peace out for now.